Guys, so went to the comic book store yesterday, but my daughter came with me and she doesn't let me browse. So I was looking for a couple issues, just a Batman and Superman issue that they had on Cartoonist Kayfabe recently, the issue 400s. And honestly, I'm not sure if they were Superman 400 and Batman 400, or if it was Action Comics and Detective Comics 400. Either way, they didn't have them. I went through the long boxes and it was, it'd be like $3.98 and then $4.02. So I don't know if those were put away because they're special or high priced. I don't know, honestly. I might swing by my another local shop and just see if they have them. But not something necessarily that I needed to do, so I probably won't look for them again unless, basically just next time I'm picking up the Saver. But I did pick up one issue of Batman that I couldn't pass up. This is issue 393 from 1986 by Doug Monick and Paul Colossi, and I've always liked Paul Colossi's artwork, and this cover was just, the dark cover and the orange light on Batman. It's just really a cool looking cover. So, going through the back issues, I saw this one on my run up to looking for 400, and I figured, even though they didn't have 400, this was worth picking up just because the artwork there. My daughter was like, "Why is Batman orange?" I'm like, well, we're not going into lighting right now, so. A couple other things I don't think I've shown you guys that I picked up a while ago. I want to say on eBay. I got this 4-issue run on Savage Sword of Conan. These are one of the later ones. So we have issue 171. This is when they were like $2.25. I want to say this is, after the movies and everything, and after it would become a bit of a franchise. This is 172. This artwork reminds me of like 80s D&D manuals, because it's like, it's okay, but it's not, it's not amazing, and it looks like, run-of-the-mill barbarian fighting run-of-the-mill monster. Just reminds me of those kind of hack and slash fantasy things. We have 174. Back to the more beautiful painted covers. I like this. I guess this is a giant because he's holding this guy in one hand. And this lady has a good amount of clothes on for a Conan cover. So 174. And then finally, out of that set, we have 175, which is another one of these gorgeous painted covers. Kind of hard to see, even even me, it's kind of hard to see because it's really dark. Obviously, they're in like a dark cave or something. You have Conan down here, rendered super realistically, and then some sort of creature, lizard thing, and then you have this busty, half-naked lady saving him. Or it looks like she's about to save him because she's got a sword. Maybe that's Bayleet, because that's about right for her outfit. Bayleet's basically just always in a string bikini, so, when it comes to strong female characters saving Conan, it's basically Bayleet or Red Sonja, and that looks more like Bayleet to me. So, those were cool. I haven't really opened those up yet. I kind of want to get them re-bagged and board, but finding bags and boards for magazine size is always kind of interesting. These in particular are in okay shape, so I'm not rushing to do it, and I've gotten to the point now if I'd buy them in bags and boards, I'd immediately put them in my own. But now, like my local comic book store, they're putting these new boards in with basically their contact information and stuff. And it looks like most of their back issues recently, they must have gone through and rebagged and board and repriced probably, because a lot of these, like this Batman, I probably could have found for like $1, maybe $2. And when I picked it up yesterday, I think it was $3 or maybe even $4. So, with the market the way it is, I think they're trying to go through their back issues and make things, update prices, which is smart. You don't want to be one of those stores where people get to the front and the store's trying to change the price and, garner some bad will with their customers there. Last thing we'll take a look at, I did get a couple packs of Magic cards. So I got a pack of the officially released Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. This is a 15-card draft booster, so they did have those. I wasn't sure because my box was collector boosters, which are 12-card and come with the art card. So I guess they did do draft and collector boosters for this set. And then I also picked up, just for the heck of it, a pack of Modern Horizons 2. I bought singles for this set, like the ones I thought I wanted. And upon seeing some other cards, I kind of want, there's some swords that I want out of this set. So, picked up one of those just to see. So, we'll open the Forgotten Realms first. And I pre-cut the top of these because it's impossible to open up a Magic card booster quietly. So let's see here. We have a Goblin Javelin here. I got quite a few of these in my booster box, but a lot of them were the like the Monster Manual art. So I think this is only maybe my second one where it's the regular artwork. Paladin Shield. Hoarding Ogre. These ones where you roll a d20 are kind of interesting. Lots of treasure token stuff in this set. Feign Death. That's kind of cool because he's pretending to be dead. And then he comes back with a 1/1 counter. So that's pretty good for 1 mana. And it, save your creatures too. Inspiring Bard. They have some bards because that's a class in D&D. I don't know if anybody's going to be making a bard deck anytime soon, but whatever. Planar Ally. Just an angel that lets you venture into the dungeon. It's funny, I was asking the folks I play Commander with, they had gotten a booster box also. And they had mentioned that they had all the dungeons if I needed any. And I was asking them how many there were, and he said there were only 5, which I kind of find a little odd, really, because 5 dungeons when dungeons are like on almost every other card. It seems like that's really limiting, but I wasn't really planning on using the dungeon mechanic anyway, so no big deal to me. But I do find it weird that they have a whole mechanic and card type and then they made 5. Celestial Unicorn. See, Hamapashar Ruin Seeker. That's kind of cool if you're going to run dungeons. I got like 3 or 4 of this character. Griddle of Baldur's Gate. I did immediately put 1 copy of this into my rogue deck. Because he mills, and then he can make people unblockable. And he's only 2 drop, so that was pretty cool. regular dragons, and then they also have rare and mythic versions where they're named dragons, but the alternate art for all the regular, like red, blue, white, green dragons are really striking because they're borderless and the dragons are just really awesomely rendered. Zorn, which basically just lets you make a whole bunch of treasures. Not bad, but nothing exciting. The mountains, all the lands in the set have flavor text, which is a kind of a cool little addition. It's, basically what a dungeon master would say through a campaign. So that was kind of cute. And we have the Lost Mind of Pendeliver. I don't know, just looking at it, it doesn't look like these do a huge amount. It's like, 1/1 counters or a 1/1 token creature. That's not anything too exciting to me. I do like this skeleton token though. He's cool looking. I wouldn't mind building like an entire skeleton creature deck. That just sounds kind of cute. Skeleton warriors. Right now I did just build a deck around Balin the Wandering Knight, which is a cat knight from the cat commander deck from a year, like maybe 5 years back. And basically he's got an ability where you pay 2 and you attach all your equipment to him. So he's my commander, and I've basically just filled the deck with equipment and enchantments, and the only other creatures I have are enchantment creatures. So my plan, if I'm not dead by turn 4, would be to bring him out and attach everything to him and enchant the bloody hell out of him, and then kill people with commander damage. I'm not sure how it'll work out, because, but I have a whole bunch of ways to make him, hexproof and unblockable. So if I get enough equipment and enchantments on him and he's doing 21 damage or double strike, which he gains double strike if he's got 2 or more equipment on him. So you throw a couple equipment on him and he's like, a 10 plus power, then basically you're killing them with commander damage. So let's see here, Jewel-Dyed Cobra. I've always thought about making a Death Touch deck too, just everybody has Death Touch. Lightning Spear. It's a cool looking card. So shiny with a little squirrel. Vermin Gorger, Vampire. Lens Flare. That might be good in my new deck because it's affinity for artifacts, so it costs less, but I tried to be very concentrated on enchantments and artifact equipment and not much else, a few cards to make them unblockable because that's the point, and then a few cards to board wipe or wipe out all but my creature, but that's about it. Breathless Knight. That's a cool looking card. Headless Horse and Headless Rider. Razor-Tide Bridge. It's nice that they came out with these dual lands for the set there. Mere Scrappling. Fodder Tosser. Those classic catapult cards that kill off your creatures. Another dual land Silver Bluff Bridge. I don't think I've had this one. I think, if I remember right, I think I went through and bought the dual lands that weren't too expensive from the set, but honestly, can't remember which ones those would have been. Lucid Dreams. Very interesting artwork there. Honestly, it looks a little too modern to me, you know. Barbed Spike. Let's see, what's this do? Thopter, put a spike on it. Nah, that's not. That's okay, but I got much better equipment. One of the old-fashioned borders, which honestly, bring back the old-fashioned borders for everything. F it. I want my cards to look like they did in 1994. Let's see, Monoskelion. Well, he dies quick, but he's kind of cool looking. Let's see, Hunting Pack. Oh, kind of like Dragonstorm, but for beasts. That's really expensive, though. 7. I mean, I think Dragonstorm's more, but those are flying dragons, so it makes sense, right? And last but not least, oh, we got a squirrel token. Everybody loves squirrels. Sanctifier Invec. 2 for protection with black and red. When she enters the battlefield, exile all cards that are black or red from all graveyards. If a black or red spell or card not on the battlefield would be put into a graveyard, exile instead. Well, that's very specifically attuned to black and red decks, but other than that, I don't know if that's the... I mean, if you're playing somebody who's playing, you know, a whole bunch of stuff out of their graveyard, that's worth it, but otherwise that's a little too specific to my taste.